goalie in the game. So all that extra damage might actually add up, even with the goalie protection. So we'll see if that's something that will make a difference with all this damage coming out. Asher as well, even though not like something that could potentially like kill confirm per se, like with Zentaro, like with Juliet or something like that, can knock you out from midfield if you don't have stagger for it. So we'll see if Last Call will be able to bring it out and pressure EKC here in game 2.
Yeah, interesting to see how this goes. The Heavy Impact's Vice start is, of course, really good, regardless of who it's going to be on. I guess we'll find out in just a second here. Yeah, it is Borg on the Vice. Frightfully Fresh is on the Asher, and 3Z on the Luna. So it is the double midfield thing that we were saying earlier. Yeah. And Borg and NXED going for the Heavy Impacts. Everyone else going for the Quick Strikes. As you would expect, but a very interesting team comp indeed from the side of Last Call. A lot of damage, but not a dedicated, melee brawler. So they're really, really looking for these KOs, especially on like Katsuna, to be able to control this core and find their scores off of that. Yeah, already look at Katsuna really struggling to do anything here, as he's just going to be chucked around the core essentially. Now, 3Z Breezy's going to have an opportunity now to score because of that, though. We'll see if they'll be able to manage that. NXED now is going to find himself staggered as well, and there's already so much damage in 0.1 of this game. Yeah, Katsuna not looking healthy. Oh, a great save, though. NXED stopping the core with the Zentaro on the goal line to give Soren enough time to get down there and strike war it to clear it out of there. Of course, 3Z has the core flip up available, but it's NXED with the core flip who finds the KO first onto Borg. 2, though, available for the side of Last Call. Fresh with the core flip sends it down to 3Z. Finds the boost in the core flip, but it gets stalled out. It gets totally stalled out here. And that's EKC capitalized on the power play. Able to bring down the barrier, but popping the black hole is 3Z Breezy, who finds the KO now. This time onto NXED. And now 3Z looking for the goal. Sends it to the top side. Sword can't quite get the angle on the barrage to save it. So close, but the first point will be going over to Last Call off of a pretty explosive round 1. Yeah, and if this is the damage you're getting out with 1 Awakening, imagine what you could do with 2 or 4. This is a team comp that'll actually scale pretty hard, I think, especially with Vice and Luna being both characters that can really deny a lot of evades to prevent any like core flips coming out. And even if they do come out, this Asher could hold very easily against it. All you really need is your primary cooldown to beat up, and I'm actually really liking this composition from Last Call. I really do like it. That being said, they are going to have to overcome EKC, who after game 1 looks like they are playing better on the day, but if there is a way to upset it, it'll be now. Unfortunately, Katsuna, though, gonna make me eat my words as they get EKC on the board. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think it's definitely a high risk, kind of high reward comp here from Last Call. If they get what they want on the draft, they're going to have a huge advantage of just being able to, take out Katsuna like we've been seeing, or even potentially just take out Soren. As you mentioned, Kai does not have a lot of stagger, and 3Z was able to find those KOs earlier, and there it is! There it is! The reverse caster curse. 3Z Breezy just taking Soren off the map and starting the goalie power play here for Last Call. Of course, NXED popping the flip and taking out Borg, and now instantly it is reversed here as it's Katsuna looking for the barrier. The Rosethorn's going to be able to find it. That's Fresh and 3Z left to defend on their load zone. 3Z misses the boost. Fresh has to use the flip to get it out of there and will be able to hold, getting a barrier as well as Borg respawns. And now Katsuna is the one not looking so healthy. Yeah, that being said, has the flip to work with, does not get the Quangle with flip. So that means he's going to be pretty vulnerable here for the next 10 seconds or so. And yeah, 3Z Breezy able to capitalize it. That being said, Sword's making a break for it. Yeah, 3Z does have the flip up though. Giga Blast coming out just to buy a little bit of time. Borg working his way up the field, pops the black hole, trying to get it down to 3Z here. A shot to the barrier, doesn't find it again. Lifts the flip, unfortunately, and the barrier will stay standing up as 3Z is not looking good.
Oh, 3Z!
Off the edge, hits it backwards! Oh no! Oh no! Fresh is able to get the barrier regardless, but Sword is fighting 3Z in the top corner, and frightfully Fresh goes down. It's Borg in the net against Katsuna, pops him away! Sword and NXED trying to find the point here. Borg and 3Z on the defense, able to clear it out by a little bit of time. Fresh back online here, but it's looking so close. 3Z baiting out Soren, doesn't fall for the bait though. Borg has a flip, pops the teleport. Soren with the Giga Blast finds it past Fresh, and that's EKC on set points.
Okay, yeah, that that point
That was
just happened.
insane.
Okay, that I'm sorry, I'm at a loss for words. 3Z Breezy saving the enemy's barrier boring with a really valiant defense. Frightfully Fresh dying, I believe, to a Zentaro poke. I mean, that was. We saw it in the chat. Cinema. I mean, my hands are up right now. This is. Can I get cinemas in the chat? That was a movie. That entire point, and already we are seeing some more action here. A good save from Soren, but there's only so much he can do in a double power play, unless Soren's able to 1v3 here.
Oh the barrier stays up! NXT back online, the barrier is still up. Borg got a double KO, and they couldn't capitalize on it. And now all three members of EKC are back, and they get a barrier off of the neutral here as well. NXT taking a lot of damage, though. It's not looking super healthy. Supernova from Borg might be the end. Nice positioning, though, as NXT will stay alive. 3Z gonna pop the flip, get Soren's and the barrier for it, so a good trade there. Last call need to be able to secure this point, not lose this set. They need these damage awakenings to make this work. As we go into overtime here, Fresh is on the defense, has a to work with, but 3Z is not looking too healthy. NXT able to avoid the Crater Maker with the Zentaro ult. 3Z dashing down, can't get a hold of the core though. Soren was able to save that one away. Fresh, nice clear there, gets it to 3Z, dribbling on the bottom side, looking for an angle, but can't quite find it. Hits it right towards Soren. Not a lot of places to send that. I think Soren had some cooldowns to deal with that here. And now it's Katsuna dribbling to get that energy up. Has the flip available. Soren finding the KO onto 3Z Breeze with the barrage into Giga Blast here. It's now Katsuna with the flip. Tries to get it through. Fresh off the rebound. Will be able to find it. Now Last Call's goal is open. And EKC have the power play here. The power core from Borg has the flip. Sends it into the top and sinks it right in. Right. Almost pixel perfect. Right above Soren, who is barraging downward. A beautiful shot from Borg is going to see Last Call tie it up on set point.
We've got a game on our hands, Lego. I'm so happy to see this. This is Last Call with just the Luna. Imagine if they had the Zentaro as well. This is such a fun game to watch. There's so much back and forth happening. Borg able to absolutely steal that last point right under the hands of EKC. So now we're going to find ourselves here on match point. Soren notably has a huge advantage, and Frightfully Fresh, unfortunately, a huge blunder is going to cost them here.
Katsuna not looking good, but yeah, both barriers going down for Last Call is not particularly great. Soren has a flip up here as well, but Katsuna forced to stand back a little bit to avoid the wrath of Borg in that midfield. Core flip coming here from Soren. Not going to be able to do too much, but does start the offense here as Katsuna becomes the new goalie. Fresh able to shut down the barrage here. 3Z also falling back here on the defense for Last Call. They cannot afford to lose this. Supernova from Borg to beat NXTD's Zen ult, but NXT is going to get the core right back, and in this top corner could be dangerous. Katsuna going to find a KO and a Fresh with a piercing shot, and now it's forwards in the net for Last Call. 3Z has a flip, but they need to buy a little bit more time here as we go into overtime. Flip hurt by 3Z Breezy. Sends it away. NXTD trying to send it back into Katsuna. Goes to the top of the bumper. Borg with the flip. It's going to be able to clear it out. They did not go for the shot to the bottom. And now Katsuna is gone. The power play is here for Last Call. Fresh on this bottom side trying to get it to 3Z. Trying to make something happening. Borg pushing up. But Soren is stalling out so well with the dribbling. The Last Call just can't find an angle to work with. And Katsuna's right back online.
Yeah, and right now 3Z Breezy might be the one that has the curtains called for him. Now Borg in a 1v2 situation against Katsuna and Soren. Soren potentially getting a flip very, very soon. Just needs one more thing. Right now NXT though is going to get punished with it, as well as a unfortunate blunder here, I think, from the side of Soren. Might cost them this offensive play here, as now all three members, not all three members are going to be back on the map as 3Z gets quangled. This is a game.
Fresh and Borg on the defense here. NXT on the top side, but it gets down to Katsuna, who finds the shot to the bottom. And that's EKC taking a long and bloody set one. 3-2. Katsuna the MVP. This draft could determine everything. Spec Training and 1-2 Punch are on the board for Last Call here, but there's some nice things for EKC as well. I'm curious to see how it's going to go. Stacks could be a risky pickup, but it's going to be peak performance here for the Estelle. Good move to get some stagger going. Stacks pick up by Borg. Not opting for the Spec Training, interestingly enough. It's going to let that fall over to Soren, who probably would have taken the stacks should it have remained on the board. 1-2 Punch on the Luna is pretty nice there. Extra special pickup by the Zentaro and Unstoppable over on Fresh. So interesting draft here. That Stacks, a bit of a risky pickup from Borg, but going to provide a lot of reward should he be able to move around a lot, and of course had to deny it away from Soren could not risk the Kai getting any faster.
Yeah, I really dislike this draft from last call, actually. One thing, the extra special, which is so good on both Luna and Vice, was not picked up by either, especially because both of them are able to capitalize incredibly hard on the other having extra special, because they would be able to burn the stagger needed that would normally answer, you know, the Crater Maker or the Supernova. So even though 3Z Breezy does get 1-2 punch, which can help him with like some combos, and it was mostly deny against NXAD, I feel like last call really wants that extra special in order to. Okay, sorry, whatever, man. But I don't know. The stacks as well, I guess, is nice. But Borg has been dying so much. I mean, he just died there as well. That I don't know how valuable it's going to be. I think that's why Katsuna opted into peak performance over the stacks, because it's just such a bloody game. So I really didn't like that draft from last call, but we'll see if they'll be able to pilot it.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see indeed. They do have an open goal over on the side of EKC. The scoring opportunity is present, but we'll find out. 3Z Breezy having a 1v3 a little bit, taking a lot of damage, and NXED finds the KO. Taking a lot of damage himself, but it is the power play here for the side of EKC. Borg and Fresh having to hold out. Fresh does have a flip to work with, but looks like they'll be fine. 3Z Breezy back online once again. Flip from NXED, gets past all three members of last call and brings down the last barrier, though. And now both sides open once again. 3Z pass to Borg, the barrage to block it, but 3Z boosts in, able to win against Katsuna and fire it right into the top side. A great shot from 3Z. We'll see last call first on the board to keep this a close one.
Yeah, that was really good. Actually using the 1-2 punch that he packed past the extra special up before, so actually getting a lot of value out of that in order to get the core speed to get it past Soren, but we'll see. We'll see. I really think this extra special not being picked up might burn LC a bit, but we'll see coming into this game here, as right now there's so much damage coming out. NXED is going to find himself in the penalty box for a minute.
Yeah, definitely agree with that analysis, but we will have to see. They do have the power play going once again. They're looking a bit more consistent than they were in the first one, just with a little bit more speed on Borg and a little bit extra damage to work with here. But 3Z not looking so healthy. Neither is NXED. Doesn't have any energy. Borg with the flip's going to be able to find the KO and get another power play going here for last call. Boost from 3Z off of the setup from Borg. Is going to see the barrier go down. Now Borg sending it up the top side. 3Z has a flip, pushes it up. There's the flip, able to get it through right on the goal line. And now last call. Now they look like they're in their element. They have brought it to a set point, a comfortable 2-0. They don't have any energy, but they're still looking pretty good.
Praise the Oracle. Praise the Oracle of last call. They get this comp together partially. They are able to make a very entertaining game, and honestly a really strong kill comp as well. Look at Katsuna here. Already he's going to find himself staggered with flip. This could potentially be huge for last call if they find this KO here.
And a core flip though from Katsuna. Sees one barrier goes down. Almost had two there, and Borg able to get a barrier now for last call. KC side of the goal all the way opened up here. This is Borg in the 1v3, trying to set up the score. 3Z coming in as well. But Katsuna working his way up the field here, actually giving Fresh a little bit of trouble, but Fresh will manage to hold. Keep this barrier on lock for last call as long as possible. General coming out from NXZD. Fresh able to hold it though with the barrier beam here. Soren does have a flip if needed. Gonna have to use it there against the boost coming in from 3Z, but gets it back down to Katsuna, but Fresh able to hold it down. The barrier will remain standing. EKC just can't seem to find it past this Asher right now. So has a core flip up here to work with as well to go into the overtime. 3Z trying to get over to Borg. NXED and Katsuna both holding it down in the midfield pretty well. And now core flip here from NXED. Fresh in the midfield with a block. Has the flips it to the bottom. A beautiful shot, rightfully Fresh. Gonna find it. And last call will now take a set of their own, tying it all the way up 3-0. Borg, the MVP.
Bang. I just, no other words. Bang. That's the goalie flip shot that you like to see. Borg can find himself MVP. Has a lot to pick with. I think he's going to opt into the rapid fire. That'd be my guess. Yeah, just really generally the best awakening here. In general, Soren getting orb pondering, which is going to be really nice. But that means that there is going to be a target here for the damage of last call, as KOing him is going to mean quite a bit going into these next things. NXCD opting in for the early power, doesn't want to wait for the explosive entrance, just going to get the dash awakening from the aerials as well. That's going to be fine, but that means he can't deny it from Vice in the future, which will be a little bit scary. That being said, like Estelle and Estelle and Kai can do it just like okay. You know, they could deny it just fine. So it's not a huge deal, but definitely a little sad to see. So advantage here, I think, goes to last call a bit, especially with that with the cooldowns here for Vice.
Yeah, and 3Z also denied away the reverb from Katsuna, so stagger scaling just became, a lot weaker for this Estelle. And of course, having more survivability, more cooldowns on the Luna is just going to help out last call even more here. And Fresh with barrier beam up twice on the primetime is going to be really good for just holding it down. We've seen how long he held down that barrier on that last one by utilizing that skill, and it's looking really nice here for last callers. They already started off with a pretty quick point, and they have a quick barrier here as well, potentially looking for more. 3Z Breezy in the top side, dropping the Crater Maker, burns off some energy here. Katsuna looking to push back, almost gets KO'd there though. The barrier so far holding for 3Z Breezy, blocked by Katsuna, but Frightfully Fresh holds it down, and NXED gets taken off the field by Borg. Another power play once again for the side of last call. Power Chord comes in, Borg finds the barrier here. Pass better from Fresh to keep it up. Now Borg in this bottom side, Katsuna able to clear it around. But now it's 3Z Breezy in this top. Fires the rocket. But it gets it to Borg. All three members of EKC have to be on the defense here. NXED trying to hold it down. Thunderstrike coming in. So we're unable to clear it out. But 3Z finds the KO once again. NXED no longer allowed to play the game. It's 3Z looking to set up this score here. Soren going to have to put on his best performance ever. Borg can't quite find the Supernova though. It's going to be a little bit more work for last call here. Boosting in. Borg teleporting in. But it's still EKC able to hold. Fresh trying to figure out what to do here. NXED coming in. Barrier beam shoots it over to 3Z Breezy. Borg hits the black hole though, and it goes back down to where Fresh is. The barrier goes down. 3Z Breezy with a boost and insta flip. Oh, the beautiful setup. Last call, sink it in. 3Z Breezy, what a shot. And now they're on set point again.
You know, for a team called Bang Bang, I'm saying Bang a lot more this game than I've said for them all season, I feel like. There's just so many great individual plays coming out from every single player. 3Z Breezy being that last one. I mean, it's just looking so good right now for last call. They got to be feeling the momentum coming out of that one. And it feels like NXED and Katsuna really just aren't able to play the game. The damage right now is really, really scaling, and Frightfully Fresh is playing phenomenally, defending against 4 players, essentially, in that last point of the Supernova from Borg was able to put in an extra redirect. So if that continues, this will be a Game 2 victory for last call.
Yeah, I mean, it's looking like it so far. Katsuna burning the core flip. The Sad Boys, you can see the barrier stay alive here. Unfortunate shot though, and Ozco going to be able to have another chance here. Borg, 3Z Breezy, both online, looking to potentially make this play. NXT holding the top quarter pretty well. Zeno coming out, but Frightfully Fresh once again making good use of that barrier beam. Totally shuts that down. Let's head into overtime here. EKC looking for another opportunity here, but Fresh able to clear it out almost every time, it looks like. Just utilizing that prime time really well, becoming an impenetrable iron, while the Unstoppables also putting in a fair bit of work here. Now Borg with the flip, a shot to the top. Soren can't catch it with the barrage. Another beautiful shot from Borg. He's going to see last call send it to a set 4 here as they are looking to take this one back and potentially bring it to a game 3.
Yeah. Oh, and there it is, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
Stinger for this heavy impact rapid fire Vice. Already there's been so much damage flying out, and with this Stinger it's going to be even worse. Could even elect into the explosive entrance as well. Just flat damage all around the board. The Deadeye deny as well, forced from Soren. I think he'd probably want a little bit more stagger or hot shot, but with that specialized training, he'll actually be able to send some heavy gigas down the field. And one thing to think about as well is that this Centauro just got Stinger. I guess 3Z Breezy believe that getting the missile propulsion was worth more than just him getting the Stinger and denying Soren there, or sorry, NXED. So again, some interesting draft choices from last call, but they're down there. I'm up here for a reason, you know. So I'll let them cook. They are the ones winning this game so far.
Yeah, it is surprising that Stinger didn't get picked first. Oh, NXED getting absolutely taken out there, but yeah, I would have expected Borg to take Stinger, and then Soren denies Deadeye, and 3Z gets missile prop, and then NXED could take explosive entrance, but since he's already got a Dash Awakening, it doesn't really matter. But I mean, Yeah, it's still a good pickup here on Borg. It's just going to be more mobility on this Vice, and of course, with heavy impacts, it's just everything's going to be hitting even harder, as we're seeing right now. It doesn't even really matter, because NXED has a Stinger, but is not able to apply it because he's dead the whole game. So, it's working out really well in the favor of Last Call. I think they might actually just be getting more out of having the extra Vice range than they would with the Stinger, because, like, at that point, is it even necessary?
That is true. Potentially, Last Call recognizing that's overkill. But I don't know. They did end up giving it to Zentaro, which is like one of his best damage, if not his best damage awakening. But like you said, if he's dead, it's not going to matter too much. It's already look at NXED, this poor individual being slammed by every cooldown under the sun. That being said, Katsuna finding purchase here in the Strike War is able to open it up here, but it's going to cost NXED his life.
Yeah, and we were seeing it last time. NXED was kind of shut out a lot of these sets, but now it seems like it's on cooldown almost. NXED is just getting killed, and core flips coming up all around here. Katsuna the first to burn it, but Fresh, of course, has the barrier beam available. Threezy goes for the KO, but doesn't quite find it. However, Katsuna is going to be pushed out of this play for a little while, being staggered like this. Last call on the defense, though. Borg almost finding the KO onto Katsuna, sending him flying across most of the map there. This Vice hits so incredibly hard with the power cord. It's absolutely scary. Fresh still on the defense a bit. Last call having a little bit of trouble getting it off at their side of the field at the moment, and it's Borg who gets taken out. Now it's the power play going over to EKC. Fresh has to burn the flip here. Soren walking up with the barrage. It gets saved away, though. Breezy and Fresh both on the defense trying to stall this out till Borg comes back online. Piercing shot from Katsuna. Fresh not quite fast enough to be able to catch it. And right before Borg respawns, we'll see EKC bring it back, though. They're up 2-1 now on set point. They could bring this game back into their control.
Yeah, absolutely. That being said, I don't know if there might still be some awakenings. An unfortunate start here for EKC means they're probably going to be disadvantaged here for the rest of the point, but are able to mount that defense.
That's going to be a little bit of rough work here, but see, Breezy ranged up to the top side. Not able to get anything going on this one, but last call, you'd be able to get into a position where they can set something up to secure this one. Not letting EKC bring it to set 5 would be really nice, of course, but they have 2 barriers to work with. Fresh can be a little bit more liberal with how he's playing. That being said, a nice brink from Katsuna is going to change all that, as the top barrier will be going down here. Fresh trying to clear it out. Core flip from Katsuna sends it around Fresh. A really nice shot, and the barrier goes down. Over NXED paying for it with his life. Now Breezy backwards to Katsuna. Oh my gosh, that was almost terrifying. But last call able to hold it down. 3Z and Borg both have a flip, and 3Z gonna find the KO with the flip. Borg passing it up to 3Z, looking for this final shot. Core flip here from Soren. Borg goes for the flip, whiffs it. The defense is out. NXED with the dash, holds it down. The Zentaro goalie, absolutely clutch. EKC are keeping it. I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, whatever. They lost that point. What NXED? That was the most insane save I've ever seen a brawler make. I mean, that man, that's the forward in the net that you want. I mean, NXED, what was that? But, okay, I'm recomposing myself. We are on potentially game point here for last call. Borg is taking a lot of damage, but we're not out of the woods yet.
Yeah, Borg having to fall back a little bit. That Stinger making itself present when NXED is alive. However, that being said, 3Z is going to put an end to that with a 6 KO streak, taking NXED out once again here. Borg, if frame 1 popping the black hole is really unfortunate there. It does get it back down to Katsuna, who finds 1 barrier, goes for the flip. Fresh able to block it away, though. Keep one up, but 3Z finds another KO, this time onto Katsuna. And now it's once again Soren and NXED on the defense. Borg at 3Z, but they clear it around the backside. Sad boys moments. As Katsuna about to come back online here at 3Z again! Sad boys! They can't get this. Unlucky enough, Borg gets taken down in the power play for EKC. The most worst possible turn of events for last call just happened, and now they've lost the barrier. 3Z able to find a KO with the flip, though. So it's 2v2 for the moment. Borg back online here. They have a power play to work with, but the goal is open. NXED is available, finds the Sentinel. Doesn't get it in the goal, though. Breezy and Borg need to look for this scoring opportunity. They need to find this barrier, but the core getting back to NXED doesn't die here. The distance to the top almost finds it, but just an unfortunate bounce. Sees it go wide. And Borg at the top is looking really hurt. Soren has a flip up. Oh, geez. Anything could happen here. Flip from Soren. He's going to get blocked away from Fresh. NXED finds the KO onto Borg. Now Kitten looking to set up. Drifts too far and can't find the beam.
No,
And
it
that
can't end like that.
they bring it to a set 5. Kitten is the MVP. What is happening?
Okay. Okay, Catalyst is on the table. Okay, obviously, I'm just looking at this adrenaline rush. I mean, Catalyst really, really big, good on everyone, blah, 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 blah. We've heard this a million times before. There's an adrenaline rush on the table for 3Z Breezy. Please pick it up. Please, for all that is holy, please pick up this adrenaline rush.
There it is.
I mean, there it is. I mean, Cinema. Cinema is about
Ice
to
Fighter
join
is
us.
also here.
Yeah, one thing
Reptile.
as well, stagger pickups are absolutely massive here. This Reptile Remedy, best defensive awakening in the game right now in the moment, and Frightfully Fresh getting that team player is going to be really, really good. I think that this Adrenaline Rush is going to make 3Z Breezy the best player to ever do it, or it's not, and last call are going to lose. And already we've got a death.
Borg is down. I repeat, Borg is down. NXT does get the recovery drone reset, so that's absolutely huge, as that's not even going to be a factor for the rest of the set. But Katsuna able to capitalize on the power play, getting one berry here, but NXT is not looking healthy right now. It could be curtain call here for a moment for the Centauro. So far, EKC doing a good job of keeping this offense going. Last call having to be on the defense here, but Soren, the Giga Goat, able to save that shot away and keep both barriers up for EKC. Breezy and Soren fighting over in the midfield. Soren able to clear it down this bottom corner once again, where Katsuna does have a flip up, burns it here. Fresh able to block away. NXT almost getting KO'd, but still managing to stay alive. Fresh looking for the KO. NXT still with the Zenol able to stay alive and earns Fresh's flip off of that. The barrier will still remain up here, but NXT gonna have to fall back for just a moment to recover from that. And off of it, looks like last call able to get one barrier here. Org has a flip. They could look for more. It's in overtime. The core is moving quite fast here. It's hard to hold on to it for more than just a moment. Katsuna having to fall back here, looking really, really hurt. Fresh and Soren battling out on the top lane.
The no-fly zone saved his life. Sorry, this is so intense.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. The core flip from Borg, though, does get the barrier here. It's looking really close. Borg looking for these shots, but just can't pick him up. No! On to NXTD with the mini supernova here, and 3Z has the ad rush. Katsuna not looking good. Has the core flip, looking for a shot, able to get the barrier, but it could be KO at any minute.
There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way.
Unreal.
God.
Unreal.
What? What is happening? What is going on? This is an insane game. Everything is flying so fast. Borg with an amazing KO. Katsuna with an even crazier play. It's just, there's so much happening right now. I can't follow it. This has to be one of the greatest games of all time.
I mean, absolutely. Everything is just going so quick right now. But, I mean, they're keeping it locked down for the moment. Soren is on the defense. NXT once again looking out of it. Core flip here from Borg, but walks away from it. Chasing NXT, it looked like, potentially, but either way, the barrier will remain standing for EKC, and they're actually going to get a barrier here of their own now. Breezy looking for this KO, but not quite able to find it. Borg able to clear it out. Power chord gets it past Soren. And that's EKC's side of the goal open here. Fresh has a flip, but Borg is in the top side looking for this scoring opportunity. Fresh gets it down to 3Z, looking for the boost. Able to get it through Soren. Nice shot there. Is going to see last call tie it up, but it is staying absolutely neck and neck.
My gosh, yeah, we are now 2 points away. One team is 2 points away from from winning potentially the greatest game to have graced the North American Strikers League. And this is insane. NXT is almost dead. Look at him. 1 pixel to the up, and he would have died to the black hole. And Katsuna, not better for this world, but it's Borg of all people that's gonna find himself in the grave right now. Soren looking to do a godlike play, but it's just not gonna work.
Oh, what a save from Katsuna with the piercing shot. But 3Z Breezy finds the boost onto Soren, and now it's once again a power play here for last call. No goalie on the side of EKC. Fresh is looking to try and get it through. So far, NXT is holding with the Centauro goalie. He showed his prowess in the net so far, and it will remain up as Soren is back online. The power play is over, but now it's NXT. He's looking kind of low. They need to get this barrier as quickly as possible. They cannot afford to give last call another opportunity here, or it could be really bad. The play does continue here. Soren trying to get to the top side, but all 3 members of last call on the defense so far as it just kind of devolves here in the midfield. NXT looking for the shot. Saved away once again from Fresh, but last call just can't quite seem to find an opportunity to be able to convert onto an offense of their own despite holding the defense. There we go. A nice clear from Fresh in overtime. We'll see 3Z take one barrier. Potentially two here. Burns the flip in the top side, but misses, unfortunately. Borg looking for this barrier, but EKC are holding. Borg teleporting and finds the flip into the barrier. So we're burning the flip here on the defense and off the black hole. The crater maker from 3Z gets it past Soren. Everyone is dead, and it's match point for last call.
What was that angle from the crater maker? The amount of times that I've been flabbergasted, just floored about what can happen in this game is just insane. Borg almost finds a kill against Soren, and I don't know, this is insane. I want a 0.5. I want a set 5.5.
We may just be getting that here as one barrier to one barrier. But once again, NXED is not looking healthy, staggered in the corner, and Fresh is just standing right there looking for the KO. Has to elusive to get out of that. Borg trying to set something up in the midfield, but taking a lot of damage for it as well. NXED back to full health here. Borg having to disengage, reset a little bit here to the neutral, back in this midfield. It's both sides looking for some opportunity to set something up here. That's really what we're relying on. It's a good setup, and then someone to just kind of follow up with something big. There's not like a big way to just push forward, but some great saves here from Fresh. Does he go in 3Z looking for that barrier? Soren's able to save it away, though. Some nice defensive play there. Energy is coming online, and we are about to hit overtime, and this could get really explosive really quickly here. NXED almost died. Corfa from Katsuna sees the barrier go down for last call. And Giga Blast coming through from Soren, trying to get into Katsuna, but doesn't go for the shot. Goes for the triple, but gets it anyway with a blink down, and we are, in fact, going to a 0.5.
That was insane. Katsuna fighting the clutch thing. It felt like everyone was panicking in that situation, but here we are. Gosh. Set 5.5 of one of the greatest games to ever happen in the North American Strikers League. And there's so much damage flying out, and it's already a double barrier here for the side of last call.
Forward with the flip. Soren saves it away here. Flip from 30. He finds the KO. It's the power play, but flip from Soren sends it back. And Fresh can't get there. Fresh can't get there in time. It goes right in. EKC, take it. That's the game, and that's the series. What a match. What a match.
What? I feel like the entirety of that game was going to a set 5.5. Like 3Z Breezy got the reverse KO. I was like hunkering in. I was locked in. I was like, I'm ready for this. And then Soren just steals it. Soren just steals the show with the goal, takes the series for EKC. That was an insane one. I mean, look at these KOs. We have 25 KOs coming out from last call, 318 redirects from 4, 298 from Katsuna, 3Z Breezy, a 9+1 respectable goal line. Wow. I mean,
had
cinema, guys.
80,000 damage. Borg has 80,000 damage.
That has to be like a record or something. I'm at a loss of words. That was an insanely close game of Mega Strikers. That was one for the record books. Congratulations to EKC for pulling through and grabbing that one over last call. A well-deserved series win at the end of the day. I don't know. That was insane. I've just lost my composure so many times. I can't fully ever recover it again, I think. It's just an insane game.
That was definitely one of the wildest games I've ever seen in my life. An absolute nail biter the whole way through.